Hello YouTube, it's the Infinite Being here and I'm back, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to rack mount your Cisco equipment, especially if you're building a CCNA lab like me. Now, as you can probably already see, I've already mounted my routers, and you're probably thinking, oh well, Ravi, why haven't you shown us how to rack mount these routers? Well, how would I reply to that? I would say, it's goddamn heavy. It's heavy. These routers are the 3825 Cisco 3825 routers. They also have capabilities for IPv6 and all the Cisco stuff. I've mounted these first, and I'm sorry that I haven't shown you how to mount these routers, but the procedure is the same for even this, which is a PDU, a power distribution unit. I'm going to show you how to mount that first, and I'm going to show you how to mount the Cisco 3750 switches, which I've got. So yeah, let's go. Now what you want to do is, do you remember them M5K nuts which I showed you before in a previous video of mine? These, you want to gather 4 of them. Now once you get 4, 1, 2, another 2, 4. Once you get all 4, you want to do it. You want to just get this piece of equipment and just want to put it at the back. Now, it depends upon your personal preference on how large you want the spacings to be, how far apart you want the spacings from your other equipment that you've got. From my personal preference, I'm just going to leave 2 squares here, and here, blank, and then on the third one I'm going to insert my M5 cage nuts, and I'll give you a close-up in a minute. Now, if you remember me saying, I did say that I would leave 2 spaces, and then on the third one I would then insert one of these M5 cage nuts into the square space provided. Now this is how you put them in. One quick tip: when you're installing this kind of equipment, heavy equipment like this, like Cisco routers, be sure to make sure that you use something like a book or a steady box, or even a piece of thick wood, so it can support it for you to get the first piece of equipment in at the bottom. So that, because what I found is that when you don't when you do not mount the hardware with anything supporting it from underneath, what happens is that these cage nuts seems to pull out from the spaces here. So what I recommend you do, you put a piece of wood or a piece of paper or some cardboard or some books underneath to support it, and then put the brackets in, and then screw them in. Oh. Now, well, you're probably asking, and I say, how do you put these in, Ravi? Well, see this bracket? Quick tip, never put it like that. Not like that. Never put it with the tips of the bracket facing down. Because what I found out in my experience is that when I mounted it when I mounted the equipment with the tips facing down and I screwed it in, the equipment would just come out, and so will these brackets. The equipment wouldn't be so fully supported on the rack. That's why I say put it sideways like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you just wanna get one corner in, and you wanna push. Get one corner in, and then you just push, and then that's in right like that. You want to do the same for the other side. I'll show you this as well. Sorry about that. I'll show you this as well. 2 spaces. Hook the first side in. Hook the first side in, and you just push. There you go, and it's in. You can use a screwdriver optionally. Yeah. My words are just coming out like what? Now, once these are in, what you want to make sure is that you do the same on the upper part upper portion. But it's all down to personal preference, whether you just want to have one cage nut securing a piece of equipment or 2. But I would recommend that you do 2, purely because you never know if one's going to be enough, and you never know if one can take the strain. And if you put one, you got a potential that it could damage your rack. So I wouldn't recommend it. I would just recommend that you put 2 in. If you've got 2 screws within your mounting ears, these ears here, this ear, you call it a mounting ear. Then you would put two of these nuts to mount it onto the rack. And for those of you who don't know what 2U is, who don't know what a 2U configuration is, well, this is a 2U configuration. We have 1 space in the middle, and you've got 2 brackets, 2 cage nuts. And with this, and as you can see, if you don't already know what this piece of equipment is, it's a power distribution unit, PDU, abbreviated. You get your screws, and you just want to finger tie it. So, if you remember, I said before, put something underneath here to support it so that it don't fall. What can I put underneath? Even if you have to put underneath, It's gonna be funny. Even if you have to put an old Nintendo DS underneath it to support it, please do so. Because then it's supported, it's not gonna fall. Just want to do this. And you just want to do the same for this, so just screw it in. I'll just show you that quickly. Now I'm going to put 2 in. I'm going to put 2 in because I don't want to take the risk of just putting 1 in, so I'm going to put 2 screws in. And I just put this washer in wrong. This washer goes like that, and then you put it in. And then you just screw it down. There's another one. And for those of you who are wondering where I got these extra M5 cage nuts with the bolts and the washers, well, I got them off Amazon, and if you do want to purchase it, I'll put the links in the description. There you go. Just tighten them, and then you can take your Nintendo DS back out. Now, you're probably thinking as to why I left this gap here. Besides being personal preference, I put that gap there because I can actually have the wires for my the plugs for my switches and routers, just plugging into here and then going down. Let me just show you a quick example. So as you can see, here's my kettle cable. The reason why I've done that was so that I can thread my kettle cable right through there, connect it up to wherever it needs to be connected, such as the back of my router, and then I can just simply plug it in like that, and that's it. Now that is in place, I'm going to show you how to mount the Cisco 3750 switches. Now these switches, I just love them. I got these switches and these routers and this power distribution unit all off eBay, and it's common to see Cisco equipment being sold on eBay. However, it's not common for Cisco equipment to be sold on Amazon. Even though I tried searching for it, it didn't bring up equipment like this. Because this is industry standard quality, industry standard equipment. Now I'm going to show you how to mount the Cisco 3750 switches, and these switches I got are power over Ethernet. They're not the inline power. They're actually the power over Ethernet one, industry standard. So yeah, I'll show you them now. But before I do that, I just want to do a bit of preparation yet again. Remember to put these in. So the same as before. So you just want to do the same as before. And I'll put these cage nuts in. Clip one end, push the other end in, and there you go. Clip one end, and then push the other one in. Simple as that. You want to do the same for the other side as well. And by the way, for those of you thinking that this equipment's going to be small, oh no. I can tell you, I made the same mistake. I thought this equipment's going to be really small and it would fit on my desk. But no. It takes up a lot of space on my desk. So I'm thinking I might get another desk. I might do a future review on the desk as well. Sorry, I've got a cold. There you go. Job done. That's in now. Now, I'm getting excited now. Here it is. The Cisco 3750 power over Ethernet switch, and this is an E version. I think the E stands for enhanced, but I'm not sure, so please let me know in the comments. Now with this switch, you just want to lift it up like this, and you just want to slide it in. Now please notice that if I drop this, it's just going to fall. If I let it go like that. So I would advise that you get an empty box like this. Empty box like this. And just put it at the back. Just to give it some support, and then afterwards you can throw it away if need be. Now you want to get your screws, and these are Phillips head screws. They're like these. The other ones I bought, which were from Amazon, they're like this, and they come with a plastic washer, which I'll show. Plastic washer, and they come with a plastic washer, which is here, and they come with the M5 cage nut. That's what you get. It's a pack of 40. I believe it was £9 I paid for it, which is not too bad. Now that you've done that, you just want to get your... Now, once you've got it supported, you just want to... Once you've got it supported by a box, or something, or pile of books, or whatever you think will hold the switch, you just want to start screwing the screw in, just like this. Like that. The same for the other side. I'll just show you. And quick tip, because these hold the holes here for the mounting equipment are a bit wider and a bit spaced out. Because the whole mounting because mounting ear brackets, because the brackets for this and the holes are spaced out more, you're probably going to have to align both ends of the switch so they're both screwing on both sides, and you just want to like that, put your screw in and just screw it down. Just so it's finger tight for the moment. You just want to screw this in. And as you can see, probably support it a bit more. And you just want to start screwing it in. Just put your screw in there and screw it in. And you want to do the same for the other side. There you go. And I know this video is probably a long one. However, this is my second video, and it's my first time on YouTube. That's how you mount a 3750 switch.